Alright guys, for the final time, A Summer's End, Hong Kong, 1986. Last time we played, we're about to end this game, but last time we played, we got the bad ending with stupid Joey, our stupid husband, and our stupid kid. And now we're about to go get the real ending, which is with Sam, and how it's supposed to be. We have almost nothing left. I think there's a few extra scenes at the end of the credits, so there might be almost nothing left here. But let's find out, huh? Okay, here we go. It was late morning by the time the light of the sun streamed through the window blinds. Its warm rays, we're starting early, huh? I can't read. Its warm rays landing softly on our bodies. It gently woke us up from our slumber. So we had sex, a very deep and passionate and awkward sex. Oh yeah. I like this song. We took our time getting out of bed. The world outside had been long away. I could hear the sounds of cars and the activity of people outside while we were still comfortably laid on the bed. I felt Sam drawing slow circles on my back. That's the best. I like when people do that to my back too. I turned to face her. She was beaming with a radiant energy. It was dazzling. I felt shy. I wasn't used to being with someone like this. I buried my face onto Sam's shoulder. She responded by tenderly wrapping her arms around me. It wasn't as bad as I thought to be close to someone like this. Being held and touched made my heart race. It was a beautiful September day. The sky was so blue. There was absolutely not a cloud in the sky. The air was refreshingly clear after the heavy rain last night. I was glad I could share this morning with Sam. We eventually got out of bed. We showered and got dressed. I borrowed some clothes from Sam. I had trouble picking out something at first. Sam's closet was full of flashy, colorful outfits. Only Sam could pull them off the way she does. I looked for something more plain and simple. While I was deciding what to wear, I noticed Sam was putting on a pair of jeans, and I thought it might be nice to match her a little. I picked out a cream-colored turtleneck and stone-washed denim skirt to pair. Okay. What do you think? Oh, you look great. You could be Miss Hong Kong. Really? Is that a compliment or an insult? It's a compliment. I'm saying it from my heart. From the heart. You're beautiful. But I look too young for this look. I don't want people to mistake me as your younger sister. I think the clothes look really fashionable on you. You look like the cool and independent woman that you are. Really? I hope I can match you. You look really stylish today. Aw, Michelle. I think we look perfect together. Your hair. It looks good this way too. Oh, thank you. We'll be heading to your shop later today? Not today. Today's my break day. Really? I didn't know that. How about you? You don't have to go to the office today? No, I don't. I was given the day off. Why don't we go somewhere then? Where? There's so many places we could go. How about the ocean park? It won't be too busy on weekdays. I don't really like amusement parks. Oh, really? Are you scared of the rides? I'm not afraid. They aren't exciting enough to be worth the lineups all day in the sun. You're quite amazing not to be excited by amusement parks. Is that so? I just think we're a little too old for them. Eh? You're never too old to enjoy something. I suppose. It's just today I want to look good in front of you. Michelle. I felt the same way. I want to show you off today. What would you like to do then? Anything is fine. Anything except the amusement park. Yes. No particular destination came to mind for either of us. We decided to go to the metro station and make our choice there. We played a game. One of us would blindly point a finger at the metro map and we'll go wherever the finger landed on. It was decided by rock, paper, scissors. Excuse me. And I was the lucky loser. I approached the metro map. I closed my eyes and spun around. My finger pointed to Sim Sha Sui. I don't know what that is. Sim Sha Sui it is. It was a silly game we played. The station officer made judgmental looks when we went through our fare gates, but who cares what he thought about us? Yeah, fuck that idiot. We hopped on the southbound train. The late morning train was so much more relaxed compared to the early morning train. We took our seats, we were able to get adjacent seats without effort. As soon as the train started moving, Sam leaned onto my shoulder. She gave out a light yawn. Slight yawn. I thought to myself, would she enjoy working in an office job? She normally has her shop open until late. It'd be a major change of pace for her. And would I enjoy working as a shopkeeper? I'd be less reliant on my coworkers and more reliant to manage the business. It'd be difficult in its own way too. This is what you're thinking about? I couldn't believe I had ever met Sam if it wasn't because of a broken shoe. If it wasn't due to a fluke accident, we probably never would have crossed paths. Despite how different our lives were, we were able to understand each other. It was funny when I think about it. The next station is a word I can't pronounce. Doors will be opened on your left. We arrived at our stop shortly. Our destination wasn't far. We didn't have anything planned, but with this good weather, I'm sure anything would be enjoyable. We followed the flow of late morning commuters. Our first stop was a shopping plaza nearest to the station. What's better than shopping in the city? We had a leisurely time browsing through the stores. We tried on cosmetic products and clothes for fun. What do you think about this outfit on me? Way too old. Huh? Too old? Coming from Michelle? Coming from Michelle, what do you mean by that? What if this game ends with us breaking up with her because we get in an argument? That'd be amazing. What you have on looks like something I saw my father wearing. Jesus. Well, I was going for the folk look. The top looks like a cowboy shirt. The bottom is just really weird. Like from the 70s, not something from the 80s. Or maybe it is something from the 80s. I forgot this is 1986, so... What? Like a cowgirl. Yeah, that's what I said. Like a cowgirl from the American Wild West. Like Patty Cage? Not exactly. I was thinking Kay Rivers. Who? Alright, Michelle. I'll see you... I want to see you try something on. I'll eventually learn how to read. I don't really see anything I like. Let me pick out something for you. Michelle, come out. Wait, I'm not ready. It's difficult to put this dress on. Okay, I'm about to come out. If it doesn't look good on me, just say it, okay? Alright. I like how I switched those. Don't try to I think I have dyslexia, dude. I don't know what's wrong with me. Don't try to flatter me. Oh, it looks amazing. So, what do you think? What? Are you holding back your laughter? No, I just think you look really sexy. Stunning. I think it's perfect on you. I like the headband too. It all matches. It's really nice. Really? Yes, it's a very modern look. No. An open back dress is too revealing. Oh, is it open? Not at all. My underwear is totally see-through. I'm changing out of this. Michelle, don't forget to try on the other outfit. I picked out something to match too. Ready, Michelle? I'm ready, checkers. So what do you think? I like Michelle's, kind of. I like the yellow skirt. You don't like this one? No. You look good. Really? I think you look stunning in this one too. Ready to hit the disco. I don't like the gloves, but the shirt's okay. It does go with red, so yeah, I can see it. You look ready. But I don't know about this one for me. This looks amazing. I don't know what she's talking about, especially with the little thing in the hair. It's flashy. And the top is tied around the chest. It's a little uncomfortable. Is that so? The silhouette is quite fashionable. I think you should show your appeal sometimes. Huh? It's stylish. I don't think this is my look. Don't get me wrong, I think you look glamorous. Maybe we aren't gonna finish today, if they're gonna do stuff together. I'm not trying to, like... I don't want this game to be finished, but I'm confused because I looked on the notoriously reliable howlongtobeat.com and the game said like 5 to 6 hours. And I've been playing for... Was this part 8? Let me look. Yeah, this is part 8, so this is 8 hours. A little bit over 8 hours. So, I don't know. But again, I'm not complaining. I'll go for 20 parts if I want. This game's awesome. You're always so fashionable and eye-catching, more than any other pop star I've seen. Michelle. I think I should pick out my own outfit to try this time. I want to match you in my own way. Aw. I look forward to seeing what you wear next. Don't expect too much. Ahem. It's very conservative, but fine. What? He looks exceptionally cute. Like a plum blossom in the snowy mountains. What do you mean by that? The look is so fresh. I can feel the spring breeze. Well, if you like it, I might just get it. I love it. Okay, it's on sale anyway. Please wait for me to get changed. It was fun trying on outfits with you. Yes, I had fun too. We walked out of the shopping arcade and followed the signs for the pedestrian footpath. We walked along the Victoria Harbor as if we were tourists in our own city. It was a wonderfully sunny day. I haven't seen such blue skies and white clouds over the city for so long. It was nice to simply admire the harbor skyline on days like this. Michelle, close your eyes. Sam placed a white hairband on my hand. Huh? For you. When'd you get this? You're trying on clothes. You didn't have to get me anything. It's a small thing. I thought it looked good with what you're wearing today. You think so? Can you put it on for me? Of course. Sam placed the hairband on my head. How do I look? Perfect. You compliment me too much. Please be honest with me. Flattery will get you nowhere. Jesus. I'm being honest. You caught my eye since the beginning. And I won't say that just to flatter you. It's quite a clear day today. Isn't it? It's nice after it rains. The air is fresh. It is. I should get a photo of you. No, thank you. Shoto mate. What does that mean? Just wait a moment. What is that? A disposable camera. What's that? I saw them selling it at a kiosk. Isn't it neat? Is it expensive? No, not at all. Come on, Michelle. Lean beside the railing. Do a sexy pose. I don't really like photos. It's okay, just stay there. Huh? The film is loaded. Let's not waste it, okay? 5, 4, 3... Wait! Say cheese. 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 Ah. Shoot, I left the flash on. I wonder how long it'll turn out. Probably terrible. Throw it away. No way, I'm gonna use up the whole roll today. Eh? I'm going back in the mall. It's getting too sunny. I can't take the glare. It's not at all. It's our first date together. It'll be an important memory for me. It's nice to have something as a memento. Don't you think so? I think the guide said to pick number 2. We're not on a date. That's an awful thing to say. Let me just check real quick. I don't want to screw this up. I suppose so, or we can always make more memories for a bonus. I guess I'll save just in case I screw up, but I think I'll pick number 2 for now. We can always make more memories. A photo is not necessary. We can always go out like this and make many more memories. Michelle. And besides, you already got me the ribbon. It's a good enough memento for me. Aww. Whoops. Let me take another photo. Didn't we just say photos weren't necessary? Is she listening? Instead of just me, do you think it's alright if we ask someone to take a photo of us together? Huh? Of course. Let me ask someone. One moment, okay? Un momento. Okay. I can't wait to see all the photos once they're developed. Are you sure you took them correctly? I'm sure. Oh look, the ferry's coming in. Hmm? Once you get on the ferry, we can continue our date on the island side. We could just get back on the subway and go across the harbor. It's faster. Come on, it's a wonderful day to be out. Let's have some fun and enjoy the view. The ferry fare is cheaper too. That's true. I'm getting on. Hey, wait for me. I went along with her. It's true, we didn't have any specific plans in mind for today. I've been so used to rushing here and there during my daily commute, I forgot I could take it slowly today. We boarded the ferry. The wind carried the strong, salty smell of the water, but it wasn't unpleasant. It wasn't a long ride. I watched the familiar skyline get closer. The skyline has changed so much over the recent years. I wonder what it would be like in Hong Kong in the future. Will the view of the mountains be covered up by buildings someday? Will the landmarks I recognize still be there? Where would I be in the future? And where would Sam be in my life? I shouldn't think about these things right now. Today was a relaxed day for both of us. If I was at work, I'd probably be having my lunch at usual spot near my workplace at this time. I questioned if things were going smoothly without me. My supervisor had asked me to take today off, but I have to make up for the time all at work left undone in my absence. I should have just gone to work today. I was growing anxious. I didn't want to find a stack of documents waiting for my desk the next day. As if sensing my growing displeasure, Sam linked her arms with mine and squeezed my hand. It was time for us to disembark the boat. Look, there's a ding-ding tram waiting for us. Hurry, we have to hop on and make our escape. We're not in a movie. Please humor me. Okay. Ahem. Oh no, the tram is starting without you, Sam. Hurry, let's get on. Ah, stop the tram. We got on whatever tram was supposed to be near the port. I forgot to check the tram number. It didn't really matter to us where it was heading. I looked at all the buildings that passed us by. I saw my office building in view. I told myself it would be alright. My coworkers were more than capable of filling in for me during my absence. I'll not think about work today. Sam tapped my arm and pointed to something outside the tram window. It was a weird advertisement for bug spray. Hey, don't stick your hands out the window. Hmm? My father once told me that he saw someone lose an arm on the tram. Does that actually happen? It did and it could again. Really? The tram moves so slowly. It's still dangerous, please be careful. Alright. Now that I think about it, I haven't ridden a tram in a long time. Is that so? Do you use your bike instead? You know, my cousin is an actuary for an insurance firm. She said that motorcyclists are 7 times more likely to get... What is wrong with our character, dude? Oh my god, she's always such a Debbie Downer. Like, holy hell. This entire game, like, she finally falls in love with the woman of her dreams. They're going out on their first date, and she's still talking about fatal accidents in her motorcycle and losing arms. And thinking about work. That's crazy. Are you worried about me, Michelle? I'm just stating some statistical facts. Okay. Well, I don't take it into the city that often anymore. The roads are getting busier and busier. I mostly use it when I'm going to the countryside. I see. Do you drive, Michelle? No, I never learned how to drive. I see. I want to get my license one day, though. It's something I've been putting off far too long. No need to rush. There's so many bus lines these days, they're always talking about expanding the subway. I don't think they'll ever build one all the way in Kowloon City. Maybe someday. Oh, you know, I'd like to go on a road trip someday. A road trip? I think it's exciting to be able to go anywhere the road will take you. Really? Do you travel a lot? Not much at all. I'd like to if I had more money. Money aside, if there's a place you could go, where would it be? California. California? I like warm places. The thought of getting in a car and just driving for a long time on some winding road, with the wind in your hair and the radio on loud, I think it'd be fun. I thought you had already been there before to visit your brother. It was a short trip and I didn't really plan on going. I didn't really get to go anywhere then. It was one wedding banquet after another, and then I had to fly back home with my dad. I see. I want to see the ocean again from the other side of the world. I never like to be anywhere far from the water. It just doesn't feel right. Are you a fish? Perhaps in a past life. Say, what is it? Do you ever think where you'd be after 1997? Why that specific year? Your brother lives in the United States. I'm sure it wouldn't be difficult for you and your father to get a green card. I thought of it. But you know, Hong Kong is where my livelihood is. If we left, there'd be no one to take care of my mother's remains. More or less everyone I know is all there, or here. To uproot myself and start all over, I'm not sure if I would want that for myself. Hong Kong is my home, after all. It's a place filled with important memories. We know in the alternative timeline she ends up leaving Hong Kong, as does our character. When you feel uncertain about what the future holds, that date is just another 10 years away. Do you see yourself living freely as you do now then? Then as you do now? You don't know what the future will be. Then the handover is an inevitable outcome. We have to think about it now. My coworkers are always talking about it. Some already started their immigration applications. What about yourself? Do you plan on moving away? Me? I'm not sure. I don't have relatives overseas who could sponsor our immigration. If I go, I'll go anywhere our passports will allow. Perhaps Canada. Seems like a peaceful place. The air and weather might be good for my rhythmic mother. Canada, huh? I'd never seen snow. Might be nice to visit in the winter. I thought you said that you like warm weather. I never said I didn't like snow. I want to try skiing someday. Are you entirely pessimistic about Hong Kong's future? It seems so unstable. I fear that our civil liberties won't be protected. It'd be better to leave before it gets worse, I guess. If everyone packed up and left, what would remain of the city? What's wrong with people wanting to live their own lives and achieving their dreams? I have to hope for a democratic future. As long as people are willing to stand up for what they feel is right, we can enact change for the better. I want to treasure this city, its people, its culture, its history. If we don't protect it, who would? And we shouldn't stop at protecting the status quo. We should try to make it a prosperous society for everyone. It's the right thing to do. She's very idealistic. That's not realistic. Yeah, let's just dismiss her concerns. Well, even if I moved away, I'd probably find myself coming back one way or another. It's hard to leave something behind entirely. Completely, even. You talk so tough. Really? It's just my honest opinion. The future's not decided yet. We have the ability to decide it for ourselves. Well, if you don't have any plans on moving, I might as well stay and see how it goes. I just started my career. I want to see how far I can climb. Michelle. What? Are you starting to get hungry? Want to get off here? I'm a little peckish. Alright, let's alight. Well, I know a restaurant around here if you'd like to try. Yes, take me there. We spent the day like this, letting our feet take us anywhere. Places in the streets I've frequented often before seemed so different and new. It was exhilarating. I wanted this day to go on and on. As we walked through the narrow city streets, I saw our shadows grow longer. No matter where we went, we couldn't avoid the setting sun on our backs. At the end of the day, we took the ferry back across the harbor. The wind on the water was cold. I could feel the season changing. I watched the sky slowly darken with Sam. A sliver of the crescent moon would always be seen between the buildings. I could not tell from its pale golden light whether it was a waxing moon or if it was a waning moon. I wanted to ask Sam if she knew, but I held my tongue. I thought to myself, would it be possible to spend time together like this always? I have one more shot on the camera. What should it be? Can I take it? Of course. Okay, here. What will you take? Lean on the railing. Me? Yes. You'll develop these photos, right? Yes, of course. And let me keep the last one. Michelle. Sam moved to stand in front of the backdrop of the harbor skyline. She leaned against the railings and posed with confidence. The lights reflecting against the water produced a soft, colorful glow. Sam smiled at me through the viewfinder. She had a lovely smile similar to that of her mother's. I told myself I won't forget this smile. I counted down. 3, 2, 1. I took the picture. And I realized I forgot to turn on the flash. I felt my heart drop. Would this picture develop into a blurred image? I didn't want to lose this moment. Even if my memory fades away, at least let there be a record of it. It was already dark and I didn't trust the steadiness of my hands. Got it? Sam kept smiling. There was a sincerity in her smile, but I couldn't help but fear the unknown. I think so. I'm excited to develop these. Want to get them done now? There's a photo developing store that'll open till midnight near my place. Not yet. I don't want to see them just yet. I want to keep today in my memory for a little bit longer, so I can look back on them with fondness. Michelle. There had been a thought lingering in the back of my mind, that I would eventually have to go back home. I was courageous when I was with Sam, but I feared that once I returned home, I would go back to my old way of thinking. I've been curious about that, our confrontation with our mother. I hope it happens. I didn't want to be alone with my thoughts just yet. I'll be here for you. We could be together like this again and again, and create many more memories together. I know. I had a good time with you today. I'm scared of losing it. I don't want today to end. Me too. I wish we could be together like this. Together longer like this. Sam. But I'll be here tomorrow and the next day. There's nothing to fear. I want to be with you more too. But I should be heading home. My mother must be worried about me. I'm really sorry I can't be with you more than this right now. That's alright. You think I will let you go home? Well, no. You want to see me again? What? What kind of question is that? I do. I want to see you again. Me too. I thought we're dating. Like, we already established this, right? They should probably say it. I mean, we said we loved each other. What do you mean? What? want to see you again. Yeah, I know. I feel ashamed. Not because of what we've done, but because I have to hide something. You're a good person. That's why you feel this way. Sometimes the truth can hurt someone more than a lie. Other times it hurts more to lie to yourself than it does to pretend for another person. Whatever you choose to do, the most important thing is your own happiness. Can you accompany me home? I'll feel better if you stay with me longer. Of course. Would you like me to wait a bit for you? It's alright. I can head back in myself. Okay. Thanks for spending the day with me. I had a really good time. Me too, it was wonderful. I see you again. I'm so confused by these questions. I thought, like, we're in. Like, this is official, right? Is it not official? Like, what are these questions? You can always. Please go home safe, Sam. If you don't remember, you can always walk back to the station and take the train. There's also a few minibuses that pass by this road that go towards your place. Do you want me to call a taxi for you? Thank you. I'm sure I can figure out my way home. Okay. Michelle, are you sure you don't want me to wait around? No. I'll be okay. I'll visit you tomorrow if that's okay with you. Of course. I look forward to it. Then, I'll head in. Good night, Sam. Good night, Michelle. It was inevitable. I had to go home at some point. I wonder what my mother would say to me. She must have been worried. I'd spent the entire day with Sam without thinking as much about my mother at all. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I want her to understand I wasn't a little girl anymore. Her overt concern could be too much sometimes. I'm home. Mother. I looked around the kitchen. The kitchen was spotless. All the dishes were put away. I thought that there was no food out left for me. It seemed as if my mother had gone out or was already asleep. She'd usually be watching her dramas at this time. I hope she wasn't too worried about me. A door opened. My mother came out of her bedroom. She did not look pleased. Chung Fong Ha. Where have you been? I'm sorry I've come home late. Do you know how worried I was? I'm sorry. I was about to call the police. It wasn't anything. Please, I'm not a child anymore. Don't worry about me so much. Not a child, you're my daughter. How can I not be worried about you? Why don't you listen to me sometimes? Was it a boy you were with? Why are you so quiet? Answer me. I wasn't with a boy. What is it? What made you such a misbehaved girl these days? What makes you think we're being misbehaved? What? It's nothing. Nothing. You never used to be like this. Where did you get these clothes? Those clothes. Huh? I borrowed them. Borrowed? Still the same, Mother. It's just, they're... What is it? I can't tell you. Why can't we just lie and say it's our friend? That's what I would do in this situation, but okay. Your father in heaven would be disappointed in you. How dare you? Jesus, I just skipped right past that, but... Holy shit, that's so cruel. What an evil, manipulative thing to say. That is terrible. Yeah, your dead father would be so disappointed in you. Your dead, abandoned father. I can't see it, but you can see what secondhand woman you... Oh my god. What a secondhand woman you've become. You little shit. I would drown you in that sink right now if I were Sam and I were here. Secondhand? Why can't you mind your own business? What? You're talking back? I wanted to trust you, but I know you've been lying to me this whole time. How can I keep holding my tongue when you're out here ruining your own life? What would your father think about this? I'm telling you all this for your own good. Huh? That's... How can you use my father to guilt me like this? Guilt you? Isn't it the truth? I've always been a good daughter. I've been diligent in my studies, and I've always given my best effort at work. I've done everything to make you and Father proud of me. How can I be happy when you're like this? When you're suspicious of everything I do? Your happiness, why should you be unhappy? I'm the one hurt by you. You're still hiding something from me right now. Why can't you just trust me? Why do you have to control what I do? Not when you're misbehaving like that, or when you're behaving like this. The way you are is suffocating me. Huh, it's suffocating? How dare you talk back to me? You think by being with a man for a night you can suddenly talk back to your mother? You little... What? Why do you keep insinuating this? If you want to know so badly, yes, I was with someone. Tell me, who is he? What's he like? Is he educated? Educated? What? I was with another woman. Another woman? What? Is he married? An affair? No. I was together with a woman. We're together. As lovers. She went straight for it. I thought she'd at least play the friend card for a little while, but nope. Huh? Mother, I'm a lesbian. How could I ever tell you that so easily? That I... The words choked in my throat. Mother. Was it HQU? Who? What? What does that mean? HQ? Is that a anagram for something? No, not an anagram, University of Hong Kong. That's what I'm getting. Oh, does she mean, was it the university that turned you gay? Is that what she's trying to say? Like being at a liberal school turned her gay or something? Okay, I kind of understand. Was I a bad mother? What did I do to make you turn out like this? Mother? I can't look at you right now. Mother. I will go. Yeah, fuck her, dude. Like, she's so useless. All she does is complain. I see where you get it from. I've been wondering this entire time why Michelle's so pessimistic. Her mother's evil. I totally understand it now. I grabbed a few things and yeah, go stay with Sam. Fuck it. Our argument happened so quick. I'm glad we got this confrontation, by the way. I've been waiting for this entire game. And especially for our character to finally admit it to herself. Oh, it feels so good to... Finally, it happened. Our argument happened so quickly. We said so much in the heated moment. We said so much in that heated moment. I was ashamed. Not at myself for making my mother feel hurt. I couldn't explain why I got so upset at my mother. I can. I should have been upset at myself. I was honest to Sam, but I couldn't be honest with my mother. I kept lying to her. That's why she was so hurt. I doubt that. But I'm not sure if I could ever go back to my mother. I'm not sure if it was the right thing to do to tell her the truth. She was in such shock. My mother's heart is so old and traditional. How could she ever accept this part of me? She must feel ashamed and disappointed in me. You're her daughter. I mean, she's... Assuming she doesn't completely disown you, it's probably going to be fine. I'm sorry. If my father were still here, I'm sure he'd be upset about something I've become. I'm sure he would be upset I've become something of a scorn to my mother. And he too, he'd be ashamed of what I've become. I want my parents to be proud of me, but I just can't. See, now that you have another thing in common with Sam. Your parents don't approve of you. Even Sam thinks that her mother wouldn't approve of her. She prays to her. I can't be everything for them. I can't be the daughter my mother wanted. I can't be the one who will make her proud. Meeting Sam and being apart from her made me realize I couldn't go back on the love that I found. I was happy when I was with her. I was truly only myself. I couldn't go back on that. I shouldn't have to hide what I did for the sake of my mother's comfort, that's right. I couldn't leave Sam again. I thought of my mother's words, it repeated in my mind. How she treated me was too harsh. Instead of anger or resentment, what I felt was a bitter sadness. Hot tears poured from my eyes. I became their disappointment. I didn't want to second-guess myself again. What I did wasn't wrong, right? Nope. I just couldn't go back to my mother. Yeah, fuck that. I felt so guilty and ashamed that I've caused her this pain. How could I ever face her again after this? Fuck her. Never see her again. I cried alone outside. The familiar street no longer felt like a part of a welcoming neighborhood that I once knew. I wasn't sure what to do. I'd recently gotten Sam's number, but she would be alright if I imposed on her? The conflict I had with my mother was mine alone. I shouldn't have to involve her in this. I had all my bank cards. I'm sure I could find a temporary place to stay. As I was looking through my bag, I felt someone tap on my shoulder. Aww, she stayed. Michelle. Huh? Sam, you're still here? I thought it might be good to wait on standby. Oh, Sam. Are you alright, Michelle? You're all teary. What happened? I can't go back home. Michelle. I got in an argument with my mother. And I said too much. My mother, Michelle. I'm sorry. It's because of me, right? No. It's not you. I can't speak for everyone. But I've been through something like this before. Yeah, exactly. It was really difficult, I know. But it'll be okay. It'll take some time, but it'll be okay. Will it? Will it really? It will. It will be better. Maybe not tonight, maybe not tomorrow, but it will be someday. I can't go back home anymore, though. I don't know if I could ever go back. Michelle. I'm really sorry. I don't know why it has to be like this. What should I do? It's alright with you. You can stay with me. I don't know. I don't want to burden you. It won't be. I don't want to force onto you my own problems. It's not just your own problems to face alone. I'm here for you. You're really important to me. I understand your situation. Not everyone can understand so easily. It's not easy. I'm really sorry I had to be this way for you. But you're not alone. You can figure this out together. I care for you. Don't you feel as if you have to take this all by yourself? I don't understand why this has to happen. I'm sorry. I really don't want to bother you. Don't be sorry. You still want to be with me? I do. Please be with me. I need you right now. I'm here with you. Let's go look forward to something better. Your mother will understand someday. She loves you. And it'll be different someday, I'm sure. It'll be alright. Can I go back with you tonight? Did we already say yeah? Yes, let's hail a cab. Thank you, Sam. We hailed the cab back to Sam's place. I cried on her shoulder the whole car ride back. I started living together with Sam after this. Oh, wow. And so began a new chapter in my life. Several months have passed since I had the confrontation with my mother. I tried a few times to call her, but every time I heard the phone sound, I found myself hanging up after the first ringtone. I couldn't bring myself to speak to my mother yet. The words I had planned out in my head had gotten stuck in my throat whenever I tried to call her. I didn't know what to say to her. I wanted to apologize, but at the same time I couldn't. I tried to go see my mother, going as far as the doorstep of my old house. Even then, I could not bring myself to enter through the front door. All I could do for my mother at this time was leave some groceries for her at her door. Her hip had always bothered her. Without me, she might have difficulty carrying heavy loads of groceries. She doesn't have my father to take care of her anymore. She only has me. I was cowardly. But I don't regret what I've done. Still, I could not shake the feeling of guilt and shame entirely. I'm sure my mother was worried about me even now. What I did had hurt her. I must be a continual source of shame and disappointment for her. It's complex. The relationship I have with my mother has always been complex. All my life I tried to make her happy. During that moment of argument, I could not bring myself to keep lying to her. I couldn't lie to myself any longer either. But I had to face the truth. I did not ask my mother to accept or understand me. I simply wanted her to let me be. When she outright rejected and shamed me, it hurt so much. My mother had not contacted me at all since then. I was afraid she would never want me to see me again. I was saddened and I felt guilty I had caused her this pain. Nonetheless, I had to keep going forward with my own life. I had to be true to my own happiness. Since I started with living with Sam, a lot has changed for me. I never thought in 100 years I could change jobs. You change jobs? But with Sam's encouragement, I applied to be an editor position within the same company where I worked. And to my surprise, I got the position. My coworkers and boss were all supportive of the change. Writing was something I wanted to do since I was in school, but I didn't have the confidence to pursue it then. It can be quite challenging work at times, but I enjoy the creative freedom that it comes with my new work. I have to say that I'm quite pleased with the way things are progressing with my career. Sam too had experienced a few changes. Her store was getting busier, and she finally gave into the advice of hiring someone to help her out with the store. It was giving her more time to work on her personal projects with film and archival. The past week she has been able to get to a local theater to screen some older French film, Olivia. I had a classmate who studied French, so we were able to put together the subtitles for it. I think it's wonderful that little by little we're able to move forward together in achieving our goals and dreams. This year's for Sam's birthday, I got her a film camera. It was a new Minolta camera that came out. Sam doesn't know it yet. I want to surprise her with it. Photography was another passion of hers that I just wanted to explore more of. That I want her to explore more of. I like her photos. I think she has talent. She likes to take photos of the city and capture the moment in time whenever we were out. Sam had been using a disposable camera this whole time, and I thought it'd be nice for her to have her own camera for once. She likes to say that it's not the quality of the camera, but the subject of the viewfinder that mattered the most. But I think Sam would be happy with this gift. I know it's a little expensive, but I wanted to encourage her with her talents, like she has done for me. It'd be nice to look back on the photo album with all the pictures that we have taken together someday. I've adjusted to my new commute and routine. Sometimes on my return trip from work, I'd stop by Sam's store if she was working. There'd always be something or another happening in the neighborhood. Over the past few months, I've watched quite a number of Sam's movies. I can see why Sam enjoys collecting and curating her own selection of films. There's a certain magic to film that can't compare to your own vision and imagination when it comes to reading a novel sometimes. There's another movie that I watched with Sam that I quite like by the name of Carousel. I've cried just about every time I've watched it. I had to ask Sam to put it on so much. She said the tape could wear out any day now. I think she just doesn't want to watch it anymore with me though. I've tried a lot of new things with Sam. I gave it another chance and I went dancing with Sam. I became friends with a few girls from Ruby. I understand why Sam respects and looks up to Cecilia so much. She takes good care of her staff and her friends. I learned a lot from her too, and how to manage professional business and personal affairs. I've hiked a few of the local mountains with Sam. I even camped on the beach with her. Even our schedules don't quite match up sometimes. We do our best to make up time somehow. What I'm looking forward to now is to make it past the busy Christmas season. I almost forgot to mention. One thing that came up as a surprise is that we recently started taking care of a kitten. It's funny how we got our cat. I had arrived home early from work. Sam was not back yet, and I noticed a cream-colored cat in the balcony. She was a lanky, lean-faced cat, not big enough yet to be considered an adult cat. She appeared to be a stray. She had no collar on, and she appeared to be quite famished. A neighbor of ours liked to dry fish and tangerine peels on their balcony. I figured that the cat must have gotten stuck on our balcony while looking for food. The little cat looked at me from the outside and stared at me with her little beady eyes. How could I ignore her pleas for help? We lived on the 5th floor, so a fall from such a height could be quite dangerous for a tiny kitten. I carefully approached the balcony, setting a bowl of milk down by the door. I opened the sliding door slowly. When the cat ventured into the house, I lured by my milky invitation. I quickly shut the door behind. Sam came home not long after. She was quite surprised at the sight of a cat curled up on my lap. After I explained what had happened, Sam was bewildered. She said I should let the cat back out. I expected her to go along with me. I thought Sam liked cats. But Sam didn't like the idea of taking in a stray cat. She said I was trapping the poor kitten inside. I argued that the little kitten would benefit from indoor environment. I mean, there's so much traffic and danger outside. But when I opened the door to let the cat back out, she didn't scurry away. She purred and rubbed my leg instead. It was decided we were going to take care of her. We named her Little Cream. Sam picked up that name from her cartoon character we saw on TV. Little Cream had gotten bigger and gained a bit of weight in a short period of time. I think she'll look even cuter on the pudgy side. The days leading up to Christmas came and went by like a flash. Things were going well when Christmas Eve, during one of my Christmas work party, I got a call from the hospital. It was regarding my mother. Uh-oh. I was told that the nurse on the phone that she was hospitalized. She had collapsed on the street. A passerby had found her fallen on the street and called an ambulance for her. The nurse said it was a severe case of pneumonia. I was beside myself with guilt. Was my mother suffering from some sickness this whole time and I was happy and having fun with Sam? Of course, I didn't have any idea about her well-being, and I couldn't bring myself to see her, even call her at this whole time. I left a brief message on Sam's pager and immediately went over to the hospital where my mother was admitted. Well, that's a cute outfit, Mother. She's sleeping. She has an oxygen mask. Oh, I hope she's alright. Excuse me, are you Miss Chung's daughter? Yes, I'm her daughter. My mother okay? Yes, don't worry. She had a bad case of pneumonia affecting her breathing, but she'll be better soon after a course of antibiotics. I see. Have a seat. She was awake earlier, but she said that she had been tired. I'm sure she'll be able to see you soon. I see, thank you. When my mother had collapsed on the street, she must have been alone. How long did it take for a stranger to call an ambulance to escort her to the hospital? I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. I'm really sorry. I took a seat at her bedside. My mother slept soundly. I looked at my mother closely. She appeared older than I last remembered. It was undoubtedly my mother asleep in the hospital bed. Even asleep, my mother had a stern expression. I could recognize my mother alone by seeing her pursed lips. My mother had a natural frown. But it wasn't because she was a harsh person. She was diligent. She was prudent. She was a serious person. Years of work made her that way. I saw that my mother's perm was the same. She had worn the same hairstyle for as long as I could remember. But it surprised me how sunken my mother's eyes were. She had more wrinkles on her brow than I last remembered. She must have been extremely fatigued. My mother was a woman who could always paint her eyebrows and powder her cheeks before going out. Seeing her like this without her usual makeup was disconcerting. I never thought of her as a frail woman, even with her hip problems. My mother would never show her pain. It was painful to see my mother like this. I waited by her side. The regular beep of the machine monitoring her heart rhythm and respiratory rate was a soothing sound in my ears. There wasn't much I could do for my mother right at this moment. All I could do was wait for her to get better. Michelle? Excuse me. Sam, why are you here? I came as soon as I got your message. Is everything okay? You didn't have to come. It's late now. Of course I'll come. They have banging outfits on today. Look at these outfits. It's so sick. They look awesome. How's your mother? The nurse said she'd be alright. She's been sleeping since I came, though. I see. I'm sure she'll awake to see you soon. I brought flowers. I hope your mother will like them. Thank you. Have you eaten? Not yet. I left work as soon as I could. I'll get you something from the cafeteria. That's okay. We can get something to eat later if that's fine with you. Could I ask you to give me a coffee instead? Of course. I'll be right back. Oh, Sam. Sam had already left. I wanted to ask for some cream with the coffee. There's something about hospitals that make you quite exhausted. Perhaps it was the lighting or the atmosphere that drained away your energy. Oh well. I'm sure Sam would remember how I like my coffee. I wanted to be alert. I planned to stay long as possible at the hospital, at least until my mother was awake. I heard a whisper. It was barely audible. Bong Ha? Mother? You don't have to get up. Here. It's cold. Wear my scarf. My mother cleared her throat. She spoke again, her voice thin but clear. Have you been eating well? You look thinner. I have. Don't worry about me. Please rest. You don't have to sit up. I'm sorry. I wasn't there for you. I'm really sorry. How's your work? It's going well. I changed jobs recently. Does it pay better? No, but it's something I enjoy more. I see. And you, mother, is everything alright? I'm fine except for this pneumonia. Cough, cough. I'm sorry. That girl earlier, is she? Oh, that's right, she is. Michelle. I got coffee, but only have milk instead of cream. Oh, excuse me. Ah, Sam. Mother, this is Sam. She's my friend. My girlfriend. Good evening, Miss Chung. I'm sorry to hear that you were ill. I hope you're feeling better. Do you two live together? Yes, we do. So what do you do? Me, for work? Yes. Mother, you don't need to ask. You should be resting your voice. I'm only asking a simple question. Don't worry about it, Michelle. I own a video store in Bangkok. Is business going well? Yes, it's doing quite well right now. You look familiar. Do you do anything else? Mother. Oh. I get this question a lot. My mother used to be an opera actress quite a number of years ago. She wasn't quite well known then, but people that know her say I look like her, quite a lot like her. I see. No, really, I didn't know that. Have you eaten yet, Feng Ha? Not yet. You two should go eat. I'm tired. I want to rest. Oh. Alright. We'll come back up shortly. No, it's late. I want to sleep fully now. You can come by tomorrow. Mother. We'll visit you tomorrow, alright? That's fine. I was terrified. I was holding my breath every time she was about to speak. You shouldn't be terrified of your mother. I'm glad to see her in good spirits. I'm sure she'll be out of the hospital soon. I think so. Isn't she as sharp as ever? There's so much judgment in every word that comes out of her mouth. I can see that she cares for you a lot. Really? Do you feel better? It's been a while since that time. I don't know. I do feel somewhat better. I just hope things will be better between us. I'm sure it will. We can visit her again tomorrow. Let's have a lively Christmas party with her. I'll bring her a karaoke box. She's not one for lively things. I don't think the hospital will allow it. I'm kidding about the karaoke box. But really, I think she's very happy to see you. You really think so? Michelle. Michelle, don't cry. It'll be alright. Sam. We can visit her more often from now on. Do you think she'd be okay with me? I'm not sure. But she seems to have taken an interest in you. My mother doesn't usually ask about other people, so I think it's not a bad start. That's good, much better than you were thinking, right? I suppose so. I'm sorry, I let her ask you all those things. I got scared and froze up when she asked those pointed questions. Don't worry about it, I'm sure those things were she wanted to know for a while now. She was just concerned for you. Please don't dislike my mother too much, she's just like that. I don't think she's been judgmental. She's actually been really nice. I don't know why this question's coming out. I don't mind at all. My dad used to have such a bad temper with me. I can hardly believe that how relaxed he is now. Right. I think you and your mother are alike in some aspects. In every aspect, except for the lesbianism. Oh, really? Yeah, really. Really. Oh. What's that again about your mother being a theater actress? You never mentioned that to me before. Oh, that? It never really came up in conversation. What did she perform? She was a traveling Cantonese opera singer for many years. Though her dream was to become a film actress. She ended up starring in a few films in the 50s. Somewhere along the way, she met my dad and they had my brother. By the time I was born, she had already retired from film and returned to the theater stage. My mother had always kept her love of film, and she brought me with her to the theaters to see all kinds of movies throughout my childhood. I see. She's one of the reasons why I like collecting films. It's a small way of preserving the past for me. Hey, there's no need to cry over that. Let's eat before the food gets cold. Alright. Hey, why don't you order the clubhouse sandwich? What about it? It's past 9 p.m. You're not worried about the carbohydrates in your rice dish? I'm starving. I want to eat a big bowl of rice. Share me some of your curry brisket too. Okay. Alright. Okay. Here. When I think of my life, what I have, and what I've accomplished, I think I'm quite content with what it is. I have my mother and my father to thank. I know I wouldn't be where I am right now with all the care and love they have provided me. So many things have happened in the past year. I discovered a life I wouldn't have known if I hadn't taken this chance to be true to myself. Things are still difficult and life is not always rosy. What my mother feels about my relationship with Sam, now others will come to terms with my living situation. These are things beyond my control. I know I cannot expect everyone to be understanding. It is a continual struggle to feel truly accepted by everyone. But I'm ever hopeful. I have my own pride and dignity. If I betray myself first, then what meaning would integrity have at all for me? Gossip, scandals, and rumors are things that can destroy a person. But I can't let the influence of others affect my individuality and personal happiness. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. My actions were not malicious. All I want to do is live freely without guilt and shame. I know if it wasn't for Sam, I wouldn't be at all like this. I'm glad to have met Sam. Since meeting her, she has brought so much color to my life. I want to experience more new things with her. I want to see the world with her. I can't help but wonder what the new year will be like for us. I'm sure things will be alright for us both. I know there will be uncertainty ahead of us, but it is the life I have chosen for myself. That's a good callback for the first opening paragraph of this game, basically. If my father in heaven is watching over me, I hope he can see this and be proud. Alright. Hell yeah. We did it. God. Oh, this song is bitchin'. Yeah, this game was great. Part of me wishes it wasn't over. Oh, lyrics. Yeah, part of me wishes it wasn't over because it's such a good game and I want to keep playing it. But part of me is kind of glad it's over because this game makes me emotional as hell. These past few episodes I've been dreading playing, so I'm just like, oh god, it's gonna hurt my heart to play. Even the song is getting me emotional now. God damn. What a great game. Really, really good love story. Really realistic, with doubts and all. The music was amazing, as you can tell by this song playing in the background. Oracle and the Bone. Good job, Oracle and the Bone. Amazing. Might get some of these on Spotify. They're actually like so good to listen to in the background. I'm gonna totally go look it up if it's on Spotify after this. I don't know, I could really relate to the characters in a weird way in this game. I don't know why. I've played a lot of, or I've watched and played and consumed a lot of, like, romance media. With people, you know, getting together, boy gets girl, girl gets girl, boy gets boy type of thing. But this game, for some reason, really hooked me. I've thought about it a lot, like, while not playing it. More than any other game I've played recently. Sphere. The other thing I appreciate about this game that they easily could have done is they could have easily turned it into a porno, essentially. Like, they could have had this bitchin' story, but then also, like, essentially turned it into a Pornhub hentai shit. I'm really glad it didn't go that route. There were, for the nudity in this game, there were a total of 2 nipples. And not at the same time. 2 different pictures, and 1 nipple on each picture. That's all the nudity we saw, and I'm really happy about that, because I think anything else would have taken away from it. Although the, I will say the dialogue was much more graphic during those scenes, but again, I think it may have taken away from it if it was, less graphic. It is a love story, after all. What is love without sex? I am 100% looking up this song on Spotify after I close this video. We chose 1980s Hong Kong as a set. Oh no, I want to read that. We wanted to represent this time not because we wanted to glorify Hong Kong for its past or its co-op and aesthetics for the visual appeal. Rather, we wanted to showcase Hong Kong as it was an acknowledgement of this time. We have the privilege of creating this work in a place where freedom of speech, right of assembly, and LGBT rights are relatively protected. We know in our hearts that we cannot produce a game set in Hong Kong without the acknowledging that first the struggles that Hong Kong people are facing now. Okay. We hope our readers can recognize that there exists an existential and constitutional crisis in Hong Kong, that freedom of speech and freedom of assembly does not come anywhere without a price. When all has been said and done, we hope that Hong Kong will not be remembered as a caricature of the past, but as a diverse and vibrant world city, and that her vitality still lives today and with the people fighting for the future that they believe in. Thank you. Well, thank you. Great job, developers. Great game. Bravo. Bravo. Translation was pretty good too. Like I said, the only awkward thing about the translation was how they kept saying their names back to each other. We don't really do that in English. Maybe perhaps it's something they do in Cantonese, I don't know. I've never studied any Cantonese to know that. But yeah, in English we don't usually do that. Oh, here are the pictures. Nice. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making it. Alright. Yeah, let me... Alright, yeah, so this game was amazing. Really emotional, really just great. Music top-notch, art top-notch. Dialogue, story, top-notch. Everything was top-notch. I love this game. Probably one of the best, if not the best, visual novel I've played. Like, I love Corpse Factory, but there is very little to criticize about this game, and there were some things I could criticize Corpse Factory about. Not that it was bad. The Corpse Factory is actually really awesome. You guys should check it out. But I just love this game. I love the characters. I love the romance. I really related to it. And yeah, it made me really emotional sometimes, too. That's good to invoke an emotional response out of the player. I definitely felt it. There really isn't anything else to say besides I loved it. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. This has been A Summer's End, Hong Kong 1986. Great game. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Thank you.